Today, on Be Something Wonderful, Divine Timing Debunked, what it really means. I am your host, Tom Karen, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. I was chatting with one of you on the channel that mentioned that your SP sent you a message after 10 months of not communicating, and that you're happy about it. You feel that you're in your wish fulfilled, that it's manifesting. But you were wondering how you can speed it up. And I said, the way to speed it up is to stop wanting to speed it up. That's the paradox. And then she said, well, okay, I guess it's just divine timing. So guys, we're going to unpack this today and more. So the first thing I want to say is divine timing divine timing, the idea of divine timing means that everything happens or doesn't happen in the perfect time. In fact, it's really not about divine timing. Yes, it's true. Everything does happen or doesn't happen in the perfect time, but not for the reason that you think it does. Right? Remember, you're divine. You create it all with your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. So it does happen in a divine way because you're divine. You're the creator of it. That's why it's not for a reason that God, for some reason, is keeping it from you, or that it's held back for some greater purpose. The divine timing is all you. That's what I want to unpack today. So remember, God only knows fulfillment in completion. So when you desire something, it's already yours. God would never hold it back intentionally due to some arbitrary timing that's divine, right? God's not holding it back. All that is only knows now. That's divine timing. Now. That eternal moment and now. There is no time. We debunk that, right? Linear time doesn't exist. It's all happening right now, and it's already happened. Creation is finished. So divine timing is really the time it takes for you to line up with your desire, to believe it, to feel it, to know that it's already done. That's what we're talking about. Divine timing is now. The infinite only knows completion. The infinity only knows completion. Infinity doesn't know anything about time and space, problems, obstacles. They're all illusions. Right? We create the obstacles. Many times you hear this, right? Well, you know, it's a good thing that happened, and I know it happened for a good reason, and that I needed it. Remember, the only reason is you. You create it all. And so if you create the obstacle and you leap the obstacle, then you created that and you created yourself overcoming it. Do you hear this? Right? It's all within you. Here's the key. Don't use the idea of divine timing as an excuse not to align with your desire. Hear this, because sometimes we go, okay, well, it's divine timing. But if you do that as an excuse not to maintain that, persist in that wish fulfilled, not to feel that it's already done, and looking to it for something to happen in the future, then it's always going to be something in the future. That divine timing is always going to keep it somewhere out of reach. Hear this, right? Creation's finished. To desire it is to have it. That's what Neville Goddard said, right? So it's done. You wouldn't have the desire unless it already existed and was already ready to manifest right now. That's the divine timing. You wouldn't have it unless it was already there and already to manifest in 3D reality right now. It's already created in that dimensionally larger reality, that fourth dimension. It is a real thing, right? And so the divine timing only depends on you aligning with it. Wow, that's powerful. So when, how, where are irrelevant questions when you rest in the fulfillment of already having your desire. Hear this, they're irrelevant. You wouldn't ask those questions if you were sitting in the fulfillment of that desire, right? Where you take it for granted, you know it's done, right? It's done in that dimensionally larger reality. Stop looking for proof. Stop waiting for fulfillment. The only time is right now, right? Live your life, right? Sometimes we get caught into this cycle where we're so focused on the manifestation that we put off living our life. We start putting off going out with certain friends or going to certain meetings because we feel that we're going to hear something or think something that's contrary to our desire. We stop living our life and we just start living it through this desire that seems to always be in the future. Hear this, guys. Live your life right now as if you already have everything you want or desire, and you will. Because you already do. It's already created, right? Jesus talked about this because you already have it. What did Jesus say? All things for which you pray and ask, believe, or all things for which you pray and ask, believe that you have received them, and they will be granted you. Hear this. Jesus gave us the key. Jesus recognized the 3D reality gap, the gap between your desire and then your belief in it, or your allowance, or your ability to receive it. Hear this. Jesus identified that gap. Look at the wording. Look at the verb tense here. All things which you pray and ask, believe that you have received them, and they will be granted. There's the gap. Believing you already have them, then you will be granted them. Jesus identified this 3D reality gap that you need to close, right? And it's not a bad thing. Jesus even said it is a gap there, right? It's not a bad thing. Relish the gap. Know the gap. But the way to live in the gap is knowing that you've already received it. Let's unpack this a little bit more. Your desire, the fulfillment of your desire, that dotted line is the gap. That's what some of us refer to as divine timing. But be careful here. Divine timing simply means you haven't closed the gap yet, right? The 3D reality gap. It's your readiness to receive it. It's allowing yourself to receive it, giving yourself permission to have your desire, believing it's already yours. That's how you close the gap. Close the gap between your desire and what you're willing to allow. Right? Because that's really the only thing, that's the timing that's keeping it from you, right? Staring at the gap or complaining about the gap or resisting the gap only makes it real and bigger. It's not even real. It closes immediately as soon as you close it and receive your desire. Accept your gift. Then it's yours, right? Expecting it to come sometime in the future only keeps it forever in the future. So, a little bit more here, guys. Your attention on and expectation of how, when, where your desire will manifest in 3D collapses the wave. Remember, the wave of infinite probabilities. It collapses the wave in time and space and limits how, when, and where infinity will manifest it for you. So whenever you're thinking or obsessing about how or when or where, you're collapsing the wave. You're limiting something that's wholly unlimited, infinity, God, all that is, to bring it to you or not bring it to you in some set amount of time or some given way. That's why it takes a long time. Hear this. You're limiting it. So now you're not giving God or infinity other options to deliver it to you. You're telling God how to deliver it by asking how, or wondering when, or contemplating where it will come. And so now it's only going to come according to how you think, when, where, and how you think it's going to come. That's what limits it. That's why it takes time. If you left it completely up to infinity, if you left it completely in God's hands to use all the available resources, the infinite resources of eternity to figure it out for you, then you would have it immediately. But we get in the way of it. We meddle with God. We meddle with infinity, right? Leave infinity and God alone. They know what they're doing. Right? All that is can only create and manifest your desires within the context of what you believe to be true about you and your world. Hear this. This is so big. It can only create and manifest your desires within the context of what you believe to be true about yourself and the world, about what you believe to be true about time, what you believe to be true about what's possible. Infinity can't go beyond your beliefs. Can't go beyond your concept of yourself. Wow, that's big today, right? Your desire is already manifested in that fourth dimension, or the dimensionally larger reality. Your only work ever is your inner alignment with it. Leave the rest to God or infinite intelligence to surprise and delight you. That's why it is a surprise Infinite intelligence will deliver it. God will deliver it with all the resources of eternity at their fingertips, right? Stop waiting on your desires and rest in the gratitude of already having it. Rest in that gratitude. Stop waiting for it, right? The most important element to manifesting anything you want is this. Hear this. The most important element, being the person for whom the desired reality is already real. I want you to really hear this today. This is the key element to manifesting and having whatever you want to be, do, or have, is being the person for whom the desired reality is already real. Why? When you are that person, you must move to that reality. You must collapse time and space. 3D world must yield to you. The effects and conditions must mold to who you're being. That's the key, being the person for whom the desired reality is already real. It's the key to everything, guys. It is. Rather than looking at reality as the source of your desires, you are the source. So we keep looking at reality or God or the infinite as the source of our desires. Remember, you are source, right? You're bigger than your desires, right? The law of assumption that your desires and wishes are already fulfilled. That's the law. This is Neville Goddard calls it the law of assumption. It's the assumption, the knowing, the absolute belief that everything's already yours. There's no need to wait for it, chase it, or want it. If you're doing any of those things, then you're not standing in that belief or in that assumption that everything's already yours, right? That you are source. You are one with the source of all creation, right? The world cannot give you what you are not giving yourself. I've said this before, right? The world cannot be what you are not already being. It cannot give you what you don't already give yourself. It cannot be what you're not already being, right? So, your desires are never delayed and never denied. Why would God ever do that? Why would infinite intelligence ever delay anything? It's all created. They're never delayed or never denied. You can only delay it, right? When you focus on and become identified as your desired reality without resistance, nothing, no power on earth, no earthly power can stop it from manifesting in 3D. That's why they call them miracles. Right? That's what miracles are. Nothing can stop it when you identify as it, when you focus on that desired reality with absolutely no resistance. Right? Manifesting with processes and exercises are not necessary if you can intend, desire, identify as your desired reality without resistance and baggage of needing it to happen, wanting it to happen, wondering when, how, and where it will happen. Hear this. The only reason we have processes is to close that gap. The only reason we have processes is to create that feeling that we already have it. But you don't need it if you already know you already have it. It's only necessary if you create resistance, because you already have it. You are already fulfilled. Hear this. That feeling of fulfillment is your inheritance. It's your grace. You were born with it. We cover it up as we go along with life thinking we need things, and we don't. It's already there. You've just got to touch with that fulfillment, right? Best, most powerful state of allowing is you're relaxed, carefree, no attachments. You laugh, you have fun, you enjoy the game. That is the ultimate state of allowing. Play the game, but laugh, have fun, be carefree, have no attachments. And then the paradox is that you get everything you want when you don't clutch for it, when you don't grasp for it, when you don't try to cling or hang on or force outcomes. It's all yours. That's the best, most powerful state of allowing, right? So I want to talk about persistence, because when I hear some of you talk about it, it feels like effort. It feels like, okay, I'll persist. If it's divine timing, I'll persist and hope that comes. That's not what we're talking about, persistent. Persist because it feels good. Persist because it feels full. Persist because you love the feeling of fulfillment, not to make something happen on the outside world. To persist because you already know it has happened within that dimensionally larger reality, right? Persistence is not about hanging in there until the timing is right. right? It's not to make something happen in the outer world. It means resting in the fulfillment of your desire, allowing it to already exist and have being in your consciousness. Wow, this is big. Hear this. It means resting in fulfillment of your desire, allowing it to already exist and have being in your consciousness. So much so, hear this, that the 3D manifestation is taken for granted. Wow, that's the definition of persistence. You persist so much in the feeling of your wish fulfilled that you take it for granted. It's a no-brainer. It's a slam dunk. It's a sure thing, that 3D manifestation. In fact, it becomes unimportant, right? It's now in the back. It's not even in your conscious mind anymore. It's in the back. It's unconscious. You know it's going to happen, so you don't have to think about it all the time. Just like anything else that you know is going to happen. You don't have to think about it all the time, right? So remember, manifestations happen when you are busy being carefree, living life and having fun. If you're not carefree, if you're not having fun, if you're not laughing a lot, right? If you're not smiling constantly, then the manifestations can't come because you get too focused on them, guys. Try this, right? Laugh at your 3D self every time you notice your desire is not manifested in 3D. Let's laugh. Saying, that's the illusion, right? Smile every time you wonder when it's going to come. Smile every time you wonder how it's going to come. Smile and laugh every time you wonder where it's going to come. Then you're going to get it. It's a big game, right? Take it for granted that whatever you want is already yours because you say so, right? Remember, you're playing the game of life. Think of it, the game of life is every time you play, there's a possibility of a different outcome, but you know all the outcomes are already known. Hear this, and then you can laugh and have fun with it, right? That's divine timing debunked. That's what it really means. I am your host, Tom Caron, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification button. Like and share our videos. That's how we get our message out. Hit us up on Facebook at Be Something Wonderful, on Instagram, at Twitter at Tom Caron, our website at tomcaron.com, at BeSomethingWonderful.com, or write me anytime at info@BeSomethingWonderful.com. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, with great love, this is Tom. See you soon.